think about it. When you get that piece of mail, or you get someone telling you, or you go on a site and it says to you, um, you have to do thus and so, to get thus and so, you don't have to do anything to get your money, or all you have to, if you've already registered to vote, say for instance, you've already done, you don't have to do anything. That gives you a peace of mind. That says, okay, I'm already registered, and whatever else needs to be done. Like, you ever get one of those things in the mail about a lawsuit, that you are part of a lawsuit, and that if you don't want to be part of the lawsuit, then sign this paper and send it in. Or if you do want to be part of if you want to continue to be part of this lawsuit that's being brought by Carruthers, and Unkefer, say for instance, you don't have to do anything. Your name is already a part of the lawsuit and thus and so on, whatever. Those kind of things give you comfort. You don't have to worry about doing anything. You don't have to worry about signing any papers. You don't have to worry about going out to do anything or seeing an attorney. So you don't do anything, and hopefully your check will come. 9 times out of 10 it won't, but your check will come or whatever, right? So everybody knows that they're comfortable with that. Now, think about this. When you read the Bible, okay, because this is the heart of a lot of what the adversary is doing to you, okay? They got a picture of Christ. He's hanging up on a cross. That's a certain mindset. That puts you in a certain mindset. Christ died on a cross. You know what I mean? So I have to wait till the next life for, to be, I have to do good in this life, be kind and all those things. And then the next life, I'm good. I'll be living in heaven and, smoking weed or whatever your thoughts of heaven are. And then, in that same Bible, it says, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away, right? So now you're in a place where, okay, whatever I get or whatever's taken away from me is going to be taken away from somebody else. Okay? This puts you in a particular mindset. So your attitude about it becomes apathetic. Okay? Across the country, from what I heard from my colleagues, that they're doing a lot of things already to defund the police already. Investing in social programs, and having people come into having social workers come out into the community, and infrastructure, and all of these things are starting to happen anyway. So they happen in incremental ways. Right. Good. Those are good things. What's bad is that when we see people getting killed still on social media or even in the regular news, we know that there's still work to be done. And if your attitude is that my default to take care of my issues in my neighborhood are the police, then your attitude towards that issue is not only incorrect, it's subservient. Okay? You're becoming subservient to people who I showed you don't care about your well-being. That's why I harp on a lot of things. See, the social changes, the social programs, and the infrastructure are all fine. Those are the top of the building. They're not the building blocks is but from what I've been talking about. You know what I mean? They're not the framework. The framework is our mentality, our attitude towards each other. You see, that if that doesn't change, when they bring in these programs and and the infrastructure and the social workers and all of these things, all that they're going to do is serve as a crutch. Okay? They're not going to serve as a part of the building process that I've been discussing. It's not going to help. It's not going to stand. Because the foundation isn't any good. There should not be one black crime on crime. Period. I believe me, I've done time. And I've heard the white supremacists. And they said, we have to, all we have to do is plant doubt. Or allow them to think that we're going to help them do something. If somebody's willing to help you with a social program or something, okay, but receive that help reluctantly. Okay? Don't be so gung-ho about getting it. Because with that comes the concept is that somebody's going to give me a fish instead of me fishing for myself. Okay? I don't mind a hand up. I don't mind somebody who feels that they wronged me to compensate me for that, reparations. I don't mind that. What I do mind, what I don't want, is us to allow our mindset to be fixated on someone else giving me something, giving me my justice. If you're in a child support issue, child custody, child support, anything like that. If you're a black man, my advice to you is to learn the law and represent yourself. And because a lot of those family court attorneys, a lot of them don't have any motivations to make sure that it keeps from becoming a vicious cycle. You know what I mean? The best person to strengthen your family is you. Learn the law. Learn from family law first. You're going to have kids. Most black men are going to have kids. You're going to have kids. You're going to be with a black woman or any woman for that matter. You're going to have kids. You better learn family law. A lot of the white rich men, they know they have attorneys, armies of them. Platoons of them, okay? But on a lot of levels, they know the law themselves. They understand. They understand at least what they're going to be fighting about, so that they can help not only themselves, but they can help their attorney to represent them because they have that money. But if you didn't know, you can represent yourself. It's not against the law. If you're going to do something against, you're going to do a crime, learn the law before you do the crime. I'm not advocating crime. That's ridiculous. I would never do that. What I'm saying is that you better learn the law. You better make them do their job. If every black man within the sound of my voice learned law before he got into jail, okay, because once you're in jail, that's your ass. It's too late. You know what I mean? Because once they slam that door, getting it open is worse than pulling teeth. It's worse than a rocket going out of the Earth's atmosphere. Okay? So you better learn the law now before they lock you up. And then that way, when they do lock you up, it won't be for long because you'll push them to give you the best deal. Because if everybody, like I said, if every black man in the sound of my voice learned the law, his attitude towards that judge and his attorney would be more of, I am, instead of, please. See? See what I'm saying? Last night the RNC had their say. And this is the reason why you need to understand that your attitude has to change. Your attitude must be stronger when it comes to your ability to reason. Melania Trump, out of all the people that talked on for the RNC last night, Melania Trump, everybody said, she knocked it out of the park. It was beautiful. She humanized the president. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ain't that sweet? But guess what? Melania Trump ain't in power. Melania Trump ain't the president. And if you see him sitting there, he was smiling at her like, oh, ain't she cute? Thank you for making me look like something that I ain't, that I'm never going to be, that those kind of people are never going to be. They're not going to care. And that's the truth, Ruth. You know what I mean? You can get mad at me about it all you want. But the fact of the matter is, unless we change our attitude about how we deal with ourselves in our neighborhoods, in our predominantly black neighborhoods, until we understand that my walking and my talking and my interaction with my fellow black men means more to our survival than anything else. Because right now, the brothers and sisters that was on the Serengeti that didn't have a welfare program, that didn't have Social Security, that didn't have social programs, the ones that lived on the Serengeti that had to fight to survive and feed themselves and lived off the carcass of the land, guess what? They rolling in their graves right now.